Boom shakalaka! Shocking Bitcoin reversal, or has the trap already been set? You definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at some very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Is Bitcoin set up for a massive reversal, or has the largest trap that we've ever seen already been set? Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us over on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove. Push the like button and let's get into it. Ooh, Extreme Fear 20. We are back in the territory I love. Why do I love this territory? Because this is where you get Bitcoin at amazing discounts, not in the greed territory, in Extreme Fear territory. However, a lot of people right now are very frightened that Bitcoin could go much lower, and it could. We'll explore that option, but it might also not. We'll explore that option too. Now, today, the market about sideways. Bitcoin at 2109, Ethereum at 1559, BNB at 279, XRP 32 cents, Cardano 44 cents, Solana $31, and Dogecoin at 6 cents. And if you want to know the top coins today based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, they would be Tribe, Energy Web Token, Cosmos Hub, Huobi, and Hi-Fi Finance. And check out the number of stable coins here suggesting that artificial intelligence and machine learning thinks the price might go down. You can check out token metrics for yourself. Link down in the description. Now, if we take a look at Bitcoin, we are sitting in this wedge from the peaks right here and the bottoms right here. We're sitting in this wedge. And if you see, we are kind of towards the high end of the wedge. I would say the middle of the wedge would be right here in this territory, probably right around $12,000 today. And Bitcoin sitting around $20,000. If we were to break below $20,000, looks like a very quick trajectory down to about $13,000 before we find any support. And then under there are some significant levels of support, 12,000, 10,000, 8,000, things like that. But if we break $20,000, ooh, people will be shaken when it comes to Bitcoin. If we take a look right now, this is just a global perspective thing. Everybody is fearing recession, war, energy crisis, quantitative tightening, bear markets, all of these things. But let's take a look in the history of the stock market. The S&P is down 17% in the first 167 trading days of 2022. The fifth worst start to a year in history. In history, all of history that we have of stock markets, this is the fifth worst year. But if you take a look at the world, is it really that bad? I mean, we don't have World War III going on yet, but is it really that bad? It doesn't seem that bad, but maybe I just have my head in the sand. As a matter of fact, the only 2 years that were worse than this year towards the end of the year was the Great Depression in the 30s, and then the 2008 global financial crisis that came out of nowhere that nobody except for Michael Burry saw coming. Meanwhile, this we've all seen coming for years. So it's somewhat shocking to me, and you can obviously disagree with me down in the comments, but it's somewhat shocking to me that we are having such a terrible year considering how many smart people we have who have seen this coming for so long. If we take a look here, everybody has been losing their lids, losing their S about the energy crisis coming up in Europe in this winter. Well, if we take a look, is the doom and gloom crowd in the US still awake? The 1 year ahead prices in Germany have already halved in a few days. Take a look at this. Everybody was losing their S because winter's coming. We have no energy in Germany. Look at the prices. Look at that. It's halved in a couple days. And a lot of people are saying, hey, guess what? The trap is set. You do you, bro. The trap is set. Everything is going, and everybody's going to lose because if you invest now, it's all going down to zero because the world's just coming to an end. I get that. I hear that. That's all over Twitter right now, all over everywhere. Everything's coming to an end. And it could be true. You know, the world could come to an end. But if the world comes to an end, what does it matter what you're invested in? It's going to be absolute craziness all over the place. So why worry about that? Because we have some skilled traders here. Now, these are smart guys who have made a living trading. And Peter Brandt here says, for all practical purposes, the target of the rising wedge in Bitcoin has already been met. That's not a reason per se to be bullish, but it doesn't mean Bitcoin can't go lower yet. If we take a look, Bitcoin rising wedge already met its target, $20,000. Boom. Guess what? That pattern is complete. Starts a new pattern from here. If we take a look here, Bob Lucas, he's saying Bitcoin is still on track. Now, he said back here, this was back in the middle of July. I think a counter trend move back to 28,000 has a decent shot, but I don't expect it. I'm positioned for it. But lose $19,000, elevator likely down to $13,000, which is very similar to what we were talking about here. We lose this $20,000 line, right down to $13,000 pretty quickly. But right now it's on track. We are still holding $20,000 for the time being. Now, evidence why I think potentially the bottom could be in. It might not be. I never know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. But if we take a look at Bitcoin over history, peak network capitulation. Look at this. It's worse than previously. Everybody sold at the bottom. Everybody sold at the bottom. Everybody sold at the... I don't know. I don't know was at the bottom. Was at the bottom? I don't know was at the bottom. But everybody sold right there. As a matter of fact, if we take a look, all of these lines that have historically Bitcoin has never gone through. Now, granted, this time could be different. I don't freaking know. We've never had quantitative tightening, recession, bear markets, war with Russia. We've never had that in Bitcoin's history. But Bitcoin has, these lines have always held for Bitcoin in its short history. Everything between $14,500 and $16,000. So based on this, it would be unlikely that Bitcoin would reach that $13,000 target because Bitcoin has never broken through these lines. And the lowest one is at $14,500. That's above $13,000 the last time I checked. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin is following 3 textbook bear market phases. Much of it seems over already, time for reversal. So we had the neckline, which we had here. Phase 1, first decline. Phase 2, bear market rallies. Phase 3, final drop and capitulation. Saw that. Dip 1, dip 2, and then reversal. It looks pretty textbook to me, but I'm no expert. As a matter of fact, Raoul Paul, he was on the Palm podcast. He says, I'm not a believer we go to new lows. The risk asset market has bottomed. Now, he has been wrong before, but he's also been right before, and he thinks risk assets have already bottomed. The bottom is already in. Stop worrying about it. As a matter of fact, the Wyckoff method explains the last few months for Bitcoin very well. We're in the final phase, patience. So, Wyckoff phases, we have accumulation, reaccumulation, accumulation short position, accumulate short position, and then markup and profit release. Almost textbook, and we've had it all. Potentially, what goes after that? Price goes up, markup, profit, release. Because Bitcoin, more evidence we've seen the bottoms. Right now, bouncing off the 38.2 fib. Guess what? Back in 2017, bounced off the 38.2 fib, just like we did, and that was the bottom, the 38.2 fib. So, very, very similar to what happened previously. Some people, according to Plan B, are comparing the current situation with 2015 and conclude that we will stay low blue for months, which is happening right here in 2015. You see how long that blue period is. One big difference, okay? In 2015, the realized price, this gray line, was 2 times above the 200-week moving average, the black line. Currently, realized price is below the 200-week moving average. What does this mean? This means weak hands have sold already. As we saw in which one? This one right here. Weak hands have sold already. Pretty much, it's only the diamond hands, the non-Alex Beckers, who are left here. But that being said, the price could certainly go lower. However, if it doesn't, every quick S&P 500 breath move, sub 10% to over 90%, suggestive of underlying strength in equities since Bitcoin existed, closely preceded a major Bitcoin impulse. Yes, this could be different. A time can always be different. Again, no quantitative tightening, no recession, no bear market, no war with Russia, no energy crisis. But no one was sure the past bottoms were bottoms either. And if we take a look every time that this went from 10 to 90%, look at this, every single time, if we line it up with Bitcoin, guess what? Before a major rally, 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 this time could be different. Well, that's all for today's episode. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, subscribe, click, or just push the like button. Just do me a favor and push the like button. I will catch you guys later. I love you. Have a good one. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.